the Movies at Monster Mania 57 in Oaks, PA. And we are talking with
Tony from Hack the Movies.
Tony. How you doing?
I'm doing great.
You enjoying Monster Mania?
Yeah, I'm actually having a lot of fun. This is the second time I'm vending as Hack the Movies here. I've been going to Monster Mania on and off since Monster Mania Con 2 when I was like 14, and now I'm 34. It's, oh my God.
You're a veteran
now.
now.
Really long time at Monster Mania.
So tell me about Hack the Movies. What's it about?
Hack the Movies is a movie review show that takes place inside a video store. We talk about movies new and old. Occasionally we get some big names on the show. We've had directors of some of the movies call in. Actually, at the time of this recording, our Idle Hands episode is coming out, and Rodman Flender called into the show. But we've also had Lloyd Kaufman and Joe Bob Briggs on, and a bunch of other people too. And I got a rotating set of co-hosts. A bunch of them were here this weekend. We had actually, that might have been the biggest gathering of Hack the Movies crew, was yesterday, which is a lot of fun.
We'll talk about what started it for you. What inspired you to do Hack the Movies?
Well, Hack the Movies, the original version, started in college in like 2010. I was a film student, and I wasn't able to like make a lot of movies because they cost money. But I wanted to talk about movies, and I saw all these internet reviewers kind of coming into popularity, and I'm like, oh, you know what? I'll try to review movies. And then it didn't take off for 12 years until I was on someone else's channel and got a little popular there, and then a bunch of those fans came over to my channel when I rebranded it as a podcast. And for the last 3 years, it's been a podcast incarnation of my brand, and it's done really well.
It seems like there's a growing horror podcast community going on. Talk about that.
You know, people like talking about horror. It's a fun genre. It's got a bunch of different subgenres in it. So there's pretty much, talk about, you could never run out of things to talk about with the horror genre. And they're always making new genres or reinventing them. Like now we had found footage, now we have analog horror with Skinamarink, which I still don't really know what happened in that movie, but I was interested in it. Yeah, and the internet's just given a voice to a lot of reviewers now, and streaming services play a lot of horror movies, especially indie ones, since they're kind of getting pushed out of the theater unless they're like a big name. Yeah, I don't know. I guess it's horror's everywhere now, and more people want to talk about it.
What do you like the most about podcasting?
I really just like talking about things I love with my friends. And sometimes new people, like guests and whatnot. I just like having, it's fun to have a conversation that is also entertaining to watch and listen to.
Tell people how they can check out Hack the Movies.
So I live at 549, go to hackthemovies.com. That's my website. But yeah, Hack the Movies on YouTube. Since we are a video podcast, that's probably the best place to consume our media. But we're also on all the big podcast apps. Your Spotify's, your Apple Podcasts, which is, I think is being changed. Your Google Podcast, which again, I think is being changed. All the big ones. And then I'm Hack the Movies across the board on Twitter, Instagram. I'm sorry, X, Instagram, Facebook, and all that stuff.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. All right.